Continuing in our summer fruit series, we have apricots. And today we're going to be making an apricot chipotle chicken. Come on, let's get started.
Todo queda sabroso.
An apricot has almost like the texture of a plum and a peach. When you buy it fresh, it's not as sweet. And that's why I like using fresh apricots in this apricot chicken. Sometimes when you use the dried apricots, because it's so condensed with sweetness, if you use too much, it can be overpowering. But using fresh, we can balance that. And if we need it a little bit more sweeter, we'll just add a little bit apricot preserves. Let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with the chicken. I have 4 thighs here with the skin on, bone in. Here I have some salt, pepper, coriander, a little bit of paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, and sage. And I'm just going to season the chicken on both sides. Massage that in real good. We're going to set this aside while we prepare our other ingredients. Okay, for the apricots, we're just going to cut them in half. And because these are really ripe, the seed comes out so simple. And we're just going to leave them in half. You can cut them in quarters if you want, but they're small, so I think just cutting them in half is perfect. Okay, now we're going to cut an onion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut slices, julienne. We have our onion. About a couple cloves of garlic. Give it a quick smash. And we're going to mince it. Add that to our plate. I also have some fresh parsley. Give it a rough chop. Put it back in our container. Okay, now we can start our chicken. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to sear off the chicken, skin side down. Okay, now we're going to flip them over so that they sear on the other side. Okay, now we're going to remove the chicken from the pan. To this, we're going to add the onions. And saute that. Okay, now I'm going to add the garlic as well as the apricots. Hit it with a little bit more of olive oil and begin to saute that. So as you can see, the sugars from the apricot starting to seep out, and that's what's causing that caramelization. Okay, now we're going to hit it with a little brandy, just to deglaze the pan and flambe. Okay, now I'm going to add about a cup of chicken stock. I also have chipotle peppers that I simply crush in a mortar and pestle. I crushed it because I want little flecks of the chipotle to kind of be seen in the sauce, but you can puree if you want to. Add that. Okay, and to that, I'm going to add some apricot preserves. The reason why I'm adding the preserves is not just for a little bit of sweetness, but also to give the sauce that glaze, that sheen. Then we're going to add our chicken back in, skin side up, as well as any juices that came out on the plate. Okay, now we want to take this pan and place it in a 350-degree oven. We're going to bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes until the chicken is cooked all the way through and that sauce is thickened and has a nice sheen. Okay, so here I have that apricot chicken. And as you can see, that sauce is nice and thick. Sometimes it'll come out the oven like this. Sometimes you have to just reduce it down on the stove. Those apricots, even though they're still whole, they're super soft. They have become a part of that sauce. I'm gonna hit it with some parsley. And here we have it. Apricot Chipotle Chicken. Sabroso.
Todo queda sabroso.